Hello everyone, welcome back to My Gaming Forge. Today we're diving into the action RPG Bound by Flame, developed by Spiders and released May 9th, 2014. At the launch the game was priced at $40 in the US. I'll be breaking down my thoughts and experiences within this game, and I hope you enjoy this review. Let's jump right in. First off, let's talk about the story and setting of Bound by Flame. In this game, you step into the shoes of a mercenary named Vulcan, who becomes possessed by a fire demon. This internal struggle between the human side and the demon within is the core of the narrative. The world of Bound by Flame is a dark fantasy realm filled with undead creatures, ice lords, and a variety of mythical monsters that keep you engaged throughout the storyline. As you play, you'll notice that the story offers you some choices that can affect how your journey unfolds. These decisions shape not only the plot, but also your character's morality, leading to different endings based on your actions. It's a game that really tries to give you a sense of agency, even if the overall story might feel a bit linear at times. However, the dialogue is often so poorly written that it ends up being quite humorous, making you laugh more often than not. The voice acting attempts to be serious, but is generally weak, which adds to the unintentional comedy of the narrative. When it comes to the gameplay, Bound by Flame offers a mix of RPG elements with a focus on the combat. One of the standout features is the parry system. Every time you successfully perform a parry, Vulcan executes a counterattack that feels very satisfying. However, the overall combat can feel a bit clunky at times. You don't always feel the impact of your weapon when hitting enemies, which can detract from the immersion. You have 3 different classes that you can develop throughout the game, and you can progress all 3 simultaneously. This adds some depth to the character development, allowing you to tailor Vulcan's abilities to your preferred playstyle. Unfortunately, the loot in the game tends to be quite repetitive, and I wish there was more variety in the weapons. Exploration is somewhat limited as the game doesn't offer a lot of freedom to explore and interact with the world. However, it does reward you with loot that can be handy to your adventure. The crafting system is an interesting aspect, allowing you to create and upgrade weapons and armor. This gives you the opportunity to customize your gear, but the repetitive nature of the loot diminishes the excitement of crafting slightly. As for the boss fights, out of all the boss encounters in the game, I only found one to be truly memorable. There's also a lack of variety in enemy types, which can make combat feel a bit monotonous over time. Moving on to graphics. Bound by Flame presents a visually appealing world, though it might not be most cutting edge in terms of graphics. Even for its time, the art direction does a good job of creating an immersive atmosphere with its dark fantasy setting. Character models and animations are decent, but there might be moments where they seem a bit stiff or lack the polish you expect from a high-budget title. Despite these shortcomings, the game visuals are quite engaging and help you pull into the world of RTL. Let's talk about the music and sound effects. The soundtrack of Bound by Flame is composed by Olivier Dervière, known for his work on other games like A Plague Tale: Innocence and Remember Me. Despite his reputation, the music and special effects in Bound by Flame are fairly forgettable. They do little to enhance the atmosphere or create a lasting impression. The sound effects, on the other hand, are well executed, especially during combat. The clash of weapons and the roar of enemies adds to the immersion. While the voice acting might not be the game's strongest suit, the overall sound design complements the gameplay experience nicely. So, what's my overall impression of Bound by Flame? The game offers a solid action RPG experience, with a unique twist on the standard fantasy narrative. The choice between embracing the demon's power or maintaining your humanity adds an interesting dynamic to both the gameplay and the story. While the game has its flaws like the clunky combat, repetitive loot, and poorly written dialogue, it still provides an engaging, challenging experience for fans of the genre. If you're looking for a game that combines dark fantasy elements with action-packed combat and moral choices, Bound by Flames might just be worth a try. And for the price of less than $5, you can get this game on Steam. In conclusion, Bound by Flame is a game that has a lot to offer for those who enjoy action RPGs with a bit of challenge. It might not be perfect, but its strengths in combat and atmosphere make it a memorable journey. It's definitely worth checking out if you're into games with moral choices and intense combat mechanics. Thank you for watching this review. If you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and share your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to hear your experiences with Bound by Flame.